All right, guys. All right, your Monday, you know what to do on savings and investment. Use the one that's entitled savings and investment. And then Wednesday is money growth and inflation. Okay. Monday, if you want to do a redo, I'll do redos before and after school. And I would just say I looked up our quiz grades compared to last year, and the quiz grades now beat last year's after they did the redo. So it was the highest average quiz grade of the year. So good job. All right. All right. There was a quiz. Yes. Right.
Is there a video of the review session?
Yeah, I'll post it. All right. There was supposed to be a quiz next week. We're like, just because we have those 2 days off, I'm probably not going to give you a quiz next week. A week from Monday, what I think I'm going to do is offer if you want to take the quiz before or after school. If, say, Jake takes it, it's optional if he wants me to put the grade in the grade book. So if he gets 8 out of 12, he could say, ignore it. And if he gets 12 out of 12, he could say, enter it. So it'll be before or after school, probably. It'll be optional. It's just like we're running out of time, you know, so I rather teach you the material, but I do think the quizzes are helpful in forcing you to kind of review a little. So I'll put that out there probably a week from Monday. Okay. Did you have a question, Barry?
Oh, I want to pray. That Nick's got it.
Nick might yield the floor. He's a very, nice young man. God.
Let us remember them, Lord. Father, I just want to thank you for another wonderful week with this wonderful institution. I want to pray that everyone is here to pray and help you again. And I love economics. And they got back to say, Jesus in our hearts.
Sometimes when you guys say about this wonderful institution, I always wonder where you're going, but that'd be great. All right. I want to just quickly go over the ample reserve. And it probably, even though it's here, it might do you something to just actually graph it just as practice. But I want to put numbers. So first, the ceiling is the discount rate, like the top. So if we started here and we call this 4%, that would be the discount rate. And that's the rate banks can borrow from the Fed. Okay, and it's the ceiling. And why do I say it's the ceiling? Because if Oliver is a banker and he's calling me for a loan, another banker, the most I could charge him is 4%. Because if I charge him more, he's just going to borrow from the Fed. There's no need for him to borrow from me. Okay, so that'd be 4%. And now this policy rate, and I'll just put that as 2%. God bless you. That is the interest on reserves. So if the Fed, if I'm a banker and I put my money in the Fed, they're going to give me 2%. So I'm not going to loan anything out for less than 2 because I could get 2 from the Fed. I'm not going to be able to loan it to another bank for 4. So somewhere in between this 2 and 4 kind of is the federal funds rate. Okay. Now, if you're talking about the discount rate and the policy rate, they sometimes refer to both of them as administered rates. And that's because the Fed just decides that. They wake up one morning and they decide what to do. It's not based on like supply or demand. So here, in this example, the Fed lowers the rate. Okay, well here, let me just back up, sorry. If it's 2%, if I can get 2% at the Fed, I'm gonna loan it to businesses at least at more than 2%. Because I'm getting 2% for the Fed, so I need more than 2 to loan it out. Now, the Fed trying to help the economy lowers the interest on reserves to 1%. That's also going to pull the discount rate down, say to 3%. Now, I'm only getting 1% at the Fed. It is incentivizing me as a bank to loan money out to businesses. Businesses then borrow, investment up, aggregate demand, right? Okay. I would just like graph this, by the way, right now, because probably none of you could graph it and just get it into yourself. I just do one practice graph to see. I would just expand. It doesn't, you really only have to, it seems, label, because this is from College Board, the policy rate. But I think if you put discount rate, you're not getting hurt. Oh, yeah, that is discount. Sorry. It's kind of a weird type of graph. Just one of the things to make sure your supply curve's in the perfectly elastic, because if it's here, it's in the limited reserves if it's part of the downward sloping. The second thing I would say to you, oh, sorry, Troy.
I was gonna say, is this a thing where we have long run and short run in this graph? Okay.
The second thing I would say to you is if the word Fed is in the question, it should be this graph and it should be ample reserves. Because the Fed is the United States term, and the United States is in ample reserves. So I'm going to go check the College Board to see did they change all their questions to make them correct. If they didn't, I will put like on your test, ample reserves or limited reserves, so you know which one. Okay, any questions on this graph? We're good? Someone asked me for that 3-step graph. So this is the old money supply graph. That's the investment. Okay, now you still could use this old money supply graph in that if interest rates go down, well, the money supply isn't going to change, but demand will increase. If demand increases, AD shifts right. So it could still be helpful. But this is nominal interest, quantity of money demanded. And I should just go back to that one to make sure it's policy rate, quantity of reserves on the asset. Right? So those are the two money market kind of. And there now, if bonds increase, we shift supply right. And this is the limited reserve system. Okay. All right. This is section 3. All right, is everyone here? Lucas, somehow you got a little change in your name. Who's that?
He left already.
Who?
He left like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, so Connor, could you take? Oh, no, he was not here. All right, everyone partner up. I don't know what happened to. Yeah. Barrett, are you, yeah. Barrett, you're with Ryan, right? Kyle, where are you? You're with Luca. Connor, you might have to be a free agent here.
No, yes.
Is anyone missing a partner?
Who is Luca?
All right,
Luca.
Lucal. It's an L, right? Who's Richard? It's you and Evan Murphy. Are you both? You're both listed. All right, he's with Bennett. That's all.
No, I built on off. Oh, yes, weird. My name was not like
Yeah, because I did it off the quiz. So we have team. Just with. So the first graph you're on team, look at the second graph, you'll be on team 5. All right, can you look to make sure? Now, you fellas, you spelled it incorrect.
That's the right one. No, that's the right one. And Mike and L at the end. Micah? Wait, Connor, you see me? I mean, you don't want to?
That's it. All right, just check it out.
Oh, so why did you text the name? Exactly. You have to even it out.
We have both Evans, so.
Yeah, all right, draw an economy operating below full employment level of output. What would be the appropriate, so you're drawing the economy, that's an LRAS graph. Then you're answering, what would be the appropriate monetary policy for a banking system with an ample reserves?
I know.
So it's like Rod.
No. There's no rod really. I mean, it is rod, but that's not what they really, they use one thing really in English.
I think I know. But
Okay. It's right on the board.
Is it,
No,
it's not?
no,
Because that was on the quiz. It was the one.
I know,
The one that's.
but that's because that was for limited reserves.
And I'm lost. I need a graph.
Yeah,
Wait, so can
not
it
what you do to correct that graph, but.
be- It can't be this whole.
It's a monitor?
No, monitor.
This one.
No.
It's this one.
Maybe it's just that I could rely on that. You gotta be more specific. Yes.
If you were me, would you be erasing this answer?
That. Yeah, yeah, I would be at rapid speed, and I wouldn't even be showing it to my teacher. You're keeping it. I like people who ask questions, I give them the answer and they totally ignore me.
Is this like buying bonds and stuff?
Yes, but buying bonds would not be the answer.
It would be
An incorrect answer.
interest rate.
Okay, so,
Decrease
all right,
interest rate.
first of all, what type of gap do we have? Recessionary gap. All right, open market operations, no, because it's an ample reserve. So you'd have to lower the policy rate, lower the discount rate, lower the administered rate, whichever one you want to say. What? All right, guys, hold it. There's a lot of people going with like government spending and taxes. That's fiscal policy. Okay, now, if this was a limited reserve, you could say buy bonds. But the question said ample reserve, and you're gonna just do the administered rates, which is the policy rate or the discount rate. Okay?
So that's.
Huh?
You draft.
If you had this way.
That's what that's.
Also.
You have to have the answer of this.
I mean, decrease in interest rate.
No, I'll take it now. On the exam, you have to be more specific.
Wait, why would you have to be more? What would you have to like?
Like say, if it said decrease administrative rate or decrease policy rate. No.
Our policy rate and administrative rate is the same thing.
Administrative rate is policy rate. That's putting it together. I would go with policy. Because that's really what drives it.
Is the policy rate the best answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Team Luca. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's go.
Team Klein. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, Luca, I have one more Luca.
What?
Porter forgot to raise his hand. He's on team.
I should take one away from you.
Oh, no.
All right, using the appropriate change in monetary policy, which is to decrease the administered rates or decrease the interest rates on reserves. That's what you said. That was the correct thing for the last one. Draw a correctly labeled graph of the ample reserves.
Really?
It's not hard to draw it, but it's hard to label it.
That's why we're doing it now.
You want us to label like limited?
I know how to draw it.
I don't even know how to draw.
No. Oh, no, you don't have to do that. That's what I meant. That, what you did is right. You don't have to do that. Okay, well, yeah, there, so far, it changes, right?
Yeah, I know. But I don't know how to label it.
It's not a long run supply curve, it's just supply.
Correct.
Really,
I'm some.
You gotta bring those verbs over. Yeah,
But it says,
show the discount rate.
using the appropriate change in monetary policy, which is the decrease rate of interest rate. So if you decrease interest. Oh, yeah. That's my bad. That's true. That's so low, or you do it. What? The bank was, oh.
Right after. It is, yeah.
Oh, it is, yeah, it is discount rate.
So remember how it said we can't go above that?
With policy rate.
Wait, so it can go above?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, if you raise it, you're not even,
But it decreases, right?
it decreases the input down. You gotta slow down.
I thought it went up. I don't understand. I don't even know what ample reserve means. Exactly. So this part goes down. It would be like that.
Take your frustrations out.
Wait, so does that mean?
I have reserves. I'm gonna bet on it.
Bro, why are you telling them?
Nah, let's look at that, it's not right.
So they have.
Down and down.
We just heard.
Quantity of reserve. All right, here's what the graph should look like. You should have the discount rate, you should have, all right, guys. You should have the arrow going down, supply, demand, T1, quantity of reserves. You could either have policy rate or federal funds rate over here, discount rate. And then like PR, policy rate and policy rate too. Yeah, again, all right, guys, because this is discount and policy rate is referred to as administered rate. So sometimes if you would say the administered rate went down, you'd be fine. If you said the policy rate went down, you'd be fine. There it is. Okay, and do I know it's a new graph and it's hard and it's different? Yes, that's why we're doing it like today. So you get some more practice and you're not just getting it fired on an exam. And if you're like Ryan and you have a lot of questions, just ask. If you're so lost like Ryan that you can't even know what to ask. All right. Team Luca.
Oh my God,
That's pretty good.
this area right here.
Team Kyle.
Yeah. Team leader.
All right, now draw a correctly labeled graph of the money market in the limited reserve system if the Fed buys bonds.
Oh, this ain't it.
There's a graph.
This is not it.
Oh, God.
I know where that is, but I don't know.
Is it long run? Start. There is no long run.
This is right here.
Yeah, but it's a different graph. You do. If you just draw the limited graph by itself, you'll be right.
Honestly.
Oh, I do remember. Oh,
Yeah, you are.
I know that. The money comes through.
Oh, it's where you make these intros. Oh, yeah. So, is this the one where like if interest rates?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
Does. And you got to figure like, all the interest. Nominal.
It's not PQ. And we can do it wrong. You can't. Cancel. No, you can. This is really surprised. I usually do that. Most every last is where you're wrong. He doesn't have anything written in the front.
All right, the money supply graph. All right, it would be, it's just this, it's this graph up here. It'd be nominal interest, quantity of money. You're shifting the supply to the right because you're buying bonds. There it is. Check each other's out. Make sure they have equilibrium. Alright, what shifts the money supply? Broad, reserve requirement, open market operations, discount rate. Alright, Team Luca. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No way.
Team Kyle.
Hey,
1, 2,
y'all got my back,
3,
for real.
4, 5, 6.
Y'all got my back, for real.
Okay.
This the easy one?
Too liberal.
Actually, no, we're down one.
Due to COVID, President Biden has stated that only credit cards will be used to purchase goods and services. Show the impact of this, yeah, you just drew it, on the money grab. Which is what you just drew.
So. Can the man ever shift here?
Yeah. But that, does it make you need more or less? Okay. Now, only Rod shifts that. I don't know.
I got.
Oh, so then Don.
What?
Be a good answer.
Not if you want. Right.
But I didn't want to.
So you know it's not nice. Is it wrong? No, it can't, right? Okay, so. The man. All right, Chuckles, do you think you have this?
I think I do have this.
What did you shift?
I shifted the supply to the left.
All right, Charlie, okay, stop. Charlie, what shifts money supply?
Rod.
So what part of, is that change in reserve requirement?
Yes.
No.
No.
Does it say reserve requirements changing?
No.
Okay. Is the Fed buying or selling bonds?
No.
Is there a change in the discount rate?
No.
Okay, so it can't be MS. Now, if I only can use credit cards, do I need more or less money in my pocket?
Less money.
So the demand for money is going to decrease.
So do I have a chip left?
Correct. Huh? This is, yeah.
No, boy. People use cash as much. I get what it's trying to say, like, I feel like the world's not really like this.
That's why we don't use the limited reserve funds. You need to know it, but they're gonna put it on the top.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I did it. Guys, keep looking. Team Kyle.
Yeah, dang. Yeah, I think you're not gonna afford it. You're not gonna afford it.
Take one off, Boston Live.
All right. Draw a correctly labeled graph of an industry that is known for pollution. All right, now, most of us have forgotten, right? But is cost going to be a supply or demand curve? Supply. Is benefits going to be a supply or demand curve? Is so if they should saying and they helping you here, I need 2 supply curves and 1 demand curve, right? I mean, if that's what they're telling me to label, if I know nothing, I'll try that.
What does MPC stand for?
Huh?
What does MPC stand
Marshall Project Cost. An externality. We gotta start doing this
This is a
every
negative
Friday.
externality.
I think I got it.
No, the X part isn't wrong. It's the perfectly elastic part. That was the way.
Sorry, they would have, that's correct.
Yeah. Put that marker down. You're in the right spot here.
You said it's a supply shifter?
Go up.
I'm paying you 2 supply curves,
Right
right?
in a little bit.
What? Supply.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yeah.
That's the externality. It's the difference.
All right, now
I know.
everything up.
Here's the externality.
Now label everything up.
The shifts left.
Yeah.
No. That's right.
Is it 2 supply curves?
In the block.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You actually label all your equilibrium.
I'm still on point back.
Huh?
I think I got it. Never. I never.
Yeah. No, where is it? No.
Yeah. Well, like, draw like a line, remember?
All right.
Shift to left. Yeah. Shift to left. Yeah. It's not a shift, that's just.
So, all right, guys, it goes from private to social. Alright. The dead weight loss is you take the market, which would be here, straight up. This is your bit. Alright. This is your optimal. This would be Q optimal. This would be price optimal. The point of the dead weight loss always is on the optimal line. All right. Check each other.
You that bread ski.
Yeah. You shifted it the wrong way.
You that real bread, right?
You shifted it right. You have Q1, you have Q1. It's in Q1.
I was trying to.
Austin gave you guys a free.
I'll give it. Yeah, you got it.
All right, Team Luca. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I got you, gang. I'm back on.
Team Kyle.
I'm back on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No?
Take away one.
That's not, there's no way.
All right. 27.
That's right.
No, it's not. I didn't give it to him. You said it's no.
Yeah, that's way wrong.
All right. Assume now the Federal Reserve like graph. Ample, it's the ample. All right. Now, hold it. They decide to change, they want to lower inflation from 6 to 3%. What monetary policy should the Fed undertake and use a correctly labeled graph of the reserve to show the impact of the Fed's movement? All right, so just draw the graph to start and then think, if we want to lower inflation, what do we need to do? I don't want to ask you.
I was gonna say, are we labeling like 3 and 6?
No. All that's telling you is they want inflation down. So what action by the Fed using ample reserves will lower inflation?
So this rod, is this Rodney?
When you're really doing ample reserves, D is the real thing.
Yeah.
Like it's without interest rates more than about.
I'm taking the head on this.
Because reserve requirements is 0. So you can't change it.
This is not what we're on.
It's that staggered.
You're actually.
It's like, it's perfectly elastic, downward sloping, perfectly elastic. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It would be so much.
Okay, so you got, where's your supply first? Now, what should the Fed do? Okay, so now go through. That's what we're doing. So what do you want to do? Get into a great office. You know, I gotta make these pens and I'm a 4-year-old. What do you want to do with 15 grades?
Not keep it. Why don't you keep it? That's your gun.
I'm down, Austin.
You can't do both, bro.
What are you raising them into?
You did both.
You'll never be wrong.
All right, what do you want to, Luca, what do you want to do with interest rates?
I want to raise.
All right, if I raise interest rates, Luca, what happens to business investment?
They go down.
Business investment goes down, what happens to aggregate demand?
It decreases.
It decreases, if aggregate demand shifts left, what happens to price levels? They go down, that's what I'm trying to do, right? So I want, now, in the terms they use now, you could say I want administered rates to go down or policy rates to go down.
Oh, you're.
I don't accept discount now, but I'd be more specific. I mean, go up, yeah, go up.
No, we just said we would accept.
I was, because we haven't got, I'm just trying to get us ready for it.
You said that, that line could never go above it.
No, but then if you shift it up, you change the new line. So like,
Never go above.
I guys. Jake, if this is 3%, what I said, I make believe this didn't happen yet. If this is 3%, it can never go above that. Now say we shifted it up, it's 4%, now this is the new ceiling.
One above 3%.
Yeah, because the Fed changed it. I meant before the change.
Alright, can you make it come back?
Yeah, let's see. See, one gun.
Go for it.
Go, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Team. 3, 4, 5. Have a great weekend. What time?